2 days off just so I can find more ways to organize my time and when it comes to the different projects and things that I am working on. So I just been really in the energy of time management and organization. You guys could be on that wave as well because you guys are really coming into boss and leadership positions. So it requires for you to effectively manage your time, manage your tasks, your priorities, your goals, okay? Because as you come into this new position, this new leadership level, it requires you to be very focused, productive, and organized, okay? So, y'all, we gonna tap into the vibes, all right? I want to thank you guys again for the love, your support. This has been amazing. All of you guys who's been purchasing my book, it's like my book sales have really grown these last couple of months, and I have you guys to thank for that. So we gonna tap into the vibes, my babies. So I was hearing like you finally did it, okay? You finally laid this entity to rest. I'm speaking to a chosen one it's like you had an entity that has been attached to you since your childhood. And this was not anything by coincidence or by accident. This was a entity that has been conjured, an entity that has been conjured and had this agenda to block your legacy and your destiny as the chosen one. And I was getting like you literally dismantled this entity. Okay, this is a very powerful entity that you have been warring with your whole existence in this reality. And it's like this is why it's so many people that fear your presence in the 3D. Because they are aware of the type of entity you put to rest. You literally put this very powerful entity to rest. And as individuals, they are aware of the type of demon that was attached to you, the type of entity that had this agenda to block your legacy. They was aware of how powerful this entity was because they are the individuals that conjured this entity. And for them to watch you effortlessly lay this entity to rest, and they have to come to the realization that this entity that they conjured, it wasn't successful at blocking your legacy. It has a lot of individuals confused. It has a lot of individuals shook at your level of spiritual strength. Okay, as the spiritual I say warrior, but I meant to say, well, I guess I meant to say warrior, but as like this spiritual assassin, as this spiritual leader, someone with a lot of spiritual rank, you are someone that has a different type of spiritual strength. Okay? Hold on, y'all. You have a different type of spiritual strength. Okay? This spiritual strength, this strength you embody as this warrior, and how God has always divinely guided you despite the spiritual attacks. It's like it literally has moved you up in rank spiritually. The fact that you dismantle a very powerful entity that has been conjured to destroy you, it's moved you up in rank. And I'm here to tell you to celebrate what you have done. A lot of you may not be aware of the severity and of the importance of what you have done by you slaying this entity. Okay, this is an entity that literally was out for blood, an entity that literally was conjured for the sole fact of eliminating you. Okay, I also was getting like This entity is an entity that manifested in many of the closest people around you. And as you reflect on your childhood, a lot of you guys can see that now when you reflect on certain things and certain situations. When you reflect on specific individuals that had, like, it literally was like some type of personal vendetta. It literally was the people closest to you that was going against you. Okay, that was doing everything to try to block you. That was doing everything to try to demean you, to exploit you. Okay, to just generally destroy you. Okay, this entity has manifested in the individuals you love the most, because that's what demons do. When demons are conjured, they possess the vessels of your loved ones, the people closest to you, because this is a way for this entity to attach itself to you, to drain you, okay, and the sole purpose of literally trying to get rid of you, okay. And like I said, you reflect and you are aware of this. You are aware and you now understand why it was always the individuals closest to you. Why were they going against you? Why were they betraying you? Why were they turning their back on you? Because they have been possessed. These are individuals that agreed to make you the sacrificial lamb, and they agreed to conjure this entity. They agreed to become possessed for the sole purpose of destroying you. Okay? Awesome. I also was getting like the dark truth about your true childhood and like the true terror and trauma that you experience when it comes to you being raised by and being surrounded by low vibrational entities and demons, that is being exposed. It's a dark, like a dark aura. Okay, it's like a dark reality that surrounded your childhood, that the individuals that was in your family that did everything to try to keep this part of your childhood buried, to try to keep this part of your childhood concealed. Because the shit that was done to you in your childhood, it could have all these motherfuckers thrown away for eternity. But God has already laid down judgment on those individuals. This is why, as you reflect, you are seeing certain individuals crumble. You are seeing individuals suffer. It's a lot of these past individuals that work together to attach this entity to you. They are crumbling. They are being judged. The past has come back to haunt them. Their conscience is literally destroying them from the inside out, because God is refusing to let these motherfuckers forget or try to bury what the fuck they did. Okay? The hand they had in trying to block your destiny. The hand they had in turning individuals against you, turning motherfuckers against you to have you at this constant warfare. Okay? The fact that you were in constant warfare, this was a tactic that was used to take your own self out. Okay? That was used to block you. That was used to make other people view you as crazy, because it's a couple of individuals that knew that eventually the dark secrets they were concealing, they were aware that one day this would come out. They just wasn't aware it was going to be exposed how God is exposing this. Okay, So we gonna tap in, we gonna put some energy on this, but that's the vibes, okay? I really hope you guys have been celebrating life. I really hope you guys have been just celebrating your existence, celebrating the fact that you did it, celebrating the fact that you have took back your legacy, you took back your power, you took back your true identity. This is something major. Okay, you have accomplished a major milestone when it comes to your bloodline and your legacy. So it's a need for you to really enjoy and really celebrate your accomplishments. Okay, you're a luminary energy. You're someone that accomplished something quite brilliant this lifetime. Okay, and we're gonna put some energy, some spirit guides, so the highest light. And so tap into this energy for my divine ones. I ask that you give me clear channel messages. I also ask that you protect me as I open myself to different energies. Thank you, Ashe. But yes, you finally did it. You dismantled a very powerful entity that has been attached to you, okay, since your childhood. Okay, so this, we're gonna tap in, we're gonna get the vibes, but you know, this is why when people look at you, it's like they're literally looking at a spirit, a ghost, because you were supposed to be gone a long time ago. Okay, a long time ago. These people didn't watch you slay one of the most powerful demons to mankind ever known in the spiritual world. All right, and you did it in your dream state. Okay, this is something, like I tell y'all, you slay demons in your sleep. You literally do this shit in your sleep. Okay, so let's get some overall energy from this deck, and we're definitely gonna ride out. Okay, so let's get some overall energy, spirit. Okay, what is this? Cut the cords. Okay, we have cut the cords here. Yes, you successfully like detached from this entity. This was an entity, like I said, bro, that was made to attach itself to you. This is why it's like you are someone that suffered a lot in your life, especially leading up to your dark night of the soul. I really don't think no one has ever experienced the type of grief, the type of pain, and the type of trauma you have. And this is all because of the fucking entity that was made to drain your energy and destroy you. Imagine your whole fucking life from childhood, you have this fucking demon that follows you, this demon that manifests in your loved ones, this demon that just won't leave you the fuck alone, because this demon has been conjured, and this demon has accepted some type of offer to destroy you. Okay, and you cut the cords. Okay, you also, when it comes to the different entities in this karmic bloodline, you cut the cords with specific demonic entities that you grew up with. A lot of you are literally realizing the motherfuckers that was close to you that was so comfortable with waging war on you and attacking you. These motherfuckers are demons. A lot of you dated demons. A lot of you were friends with demons. A lot of you grew up with demons. Okay? And you have finally energetically cut the cords, okay, with these entities. For some of you, a lot of these entities, you had some type of karmic debt to pay. And now that you have paid the karmic debt and you have cut ties with specific entities, you are fully able to live in your full potential and prosper on your soul's path. Your path isn't blocked anymore. All because you have cut the cords. Okay? And I'm also getting, it's like, this attack on your life as the chosen one went so deep that these entities and these demons, they also had an agenda to try to cut you off from source. Okay? And just by these individuals understanding who you were, and you were literally sent here, it was a campaign. Okay, it was a dark agenda to intentionally block you from source, to block your ancestral connection, to block you from your roots, to block you from reality, to block you from what's real. Okay? This entity failed. And this is a very powerful entity. This is a very powerful demon that had some type of ranking. Okay, that was a well-known entity that was known for destroying souls. And imagine you are the one that dismantled this entity and put their ass to rest. All right? Period. Imagine that. Look, sacred plan at the bottom of the deck. Sacred plan at the bottom of the deck. Okay? Like I said, this was all strategically plotted. Okay? Demons, they work through agendas. They have certain agendas. It's certain demons that's conjured for specific chosen ones, just for the sole fact of destroying them. This entity was attached to you at birth to try to block your destiny, your soul's purpose. When you are someone with a huge calling, the devil, if you will, the enemy uses tactics and uses different antics to really stop you from fulfilling your soul's purpose and the purpose God has for you. Okay? You always had a sacred plan. This is why, despite the spiritual warfare, you have always found yourself protected. You have always found yourself out of some of the most traumatic situations. You have found yourself coming out of situations that were supposed to end you. Okay? Let's do some more energy. Mother, Father, God. I can't make this up, bro. Did I just say these demons try to block your connection to source? Okay, these demons try to block your universal connection, your ancestral connection. They really try to block your true roots and your legacy as well. You was never supposed to, because you are the leader. Okay, you are someone. Your ancestors chose to lead this royal legacy as a god or a goddess, an empress, an emperor. Okay? These individuals knew your roots and that you come from source, that you're a child of the sun. You could be a Leo. Okay? That you have this very sacred connection with source and with the divine, and they tried to block this off from you. You were made to be stuck in a false reality, okay? A false sense of reality. These individuals, for a long time in your childhood, it's like you were cut off from what was real. You were cut off from your real roots, your real identity, and what's real in general in this universe. You were made to believe you were someone you weren't. Other individuals was made to look at you in a specific light, to look at you in a specific way that's simply not your own. Okay? This specific demon has grown fearful of you. It's a very powerful demon that is now afraid of you. That is now afraid of you because you showed no mercy when you bodied this motherfucker. For real. Hold on, y'all. Okay. Let's tap in. We're going to get a few more from this deck. Let's do one more from this deck, Spirit. What's the vibes? Oh, yeah, you guys. We're getting closer and closer and closer to launch day. I'm super excited. June 3rd, the Bougie Collection Boutique will be launching our fabulous, exclusive, trendy online women's boutique. I'm super excited. I'm going to leave the link so you guys can receive 10% off. Just sign up for the subscription if you haven't already. This is going to be so epic and it's going to be lit, and I'm super excited. I'm very excited to be presenting this new business. Okay, everything is intact, everything is ready to go. Just waiting on that day, my babies. So make sure you save the dates, receive that 10% off, and we gonna rock out. Okay, so that's it. So if I just have to remind my babies, that haven't received the code. Okay, like this boutique is like, I'm just excited, and I know it's gonna grow super fast because it's like nothing ever seen before. Okay, nothing ever seen. This is exclusive shit. Okay, so let's hop back into the vibes. Look, we have do the work. Ooh, baby, you put in work on this demon. Okay, you put in work. I think you were underestimated by this demon. This is a demon, like I said, this is a powerful demon that has a powerful presence in the spiritual world. This is a demon that others normally flee from, but you went toe to toe with this demon. You put in that work on this demon. Now this demon ain't got no choice but to simply realize that they not fucking with you. Simply realize that they were slayed, that they were slayed by the chosen one. Okay? Your name holds a lot of weight in the spiritual realm because of you bodying this demon. Okay? And like I mentioned earlier, this has literally boost your rank to a higher position because of the type of demon you slayed. Period. Period. Okay. Let's clarify, cut the cords. Oh, throat chakra all the way over there. Okay, I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I don't feel like getting it. Okay, but cut the cord, throat chakra, bro. This is why when you were a child, you could have been viewed as somewhat shy, somewhat very timid. Okay, you were made to not speak. Like, motherfuckers rarely wanted you to speak because motherfuckers know, even as a child, you were someone that always speak the truth, someone very authentic, okay? These motherfuckers did a lot to block your throat chakra because, those ugly childhood secrets, those dark secrets that motherfuckers tried to bury, they did not want you to soon grow and to speak on these injustices of your childhood and to speak on what happened and what you experienced. They literally tried to block your communication, block you from really communicating. And now that they was unsuccessful and you speaking your truth and with you being in your calling, they are still doing things to try to block your throat chakra. You may be experiencing a lot of coughing or a lot of clearing of your throat. Your voice could be kind of scratchy. Okay, you may be stuttering a lot when you're someone who doesn't stutter at all. It's just a lot of action with your throat chakra because the more you speak your truth, the more you speak on these injustices, the more everything's become illuminated and exposed. Just by you speaking on certain things exposes it, okay? Don't stop speaking your truth, okay? I don't give a fuck how uncomfortable a motherfucker is about their true identity being revealed. Don't stop speaking your truth, okay? Is what I'm getting here. Clarify, do the work. Yeah, it was work done. It's work been done, bro, on your throat chakra. All right? And you guys are feeling the after effects of this, okay? You may be guided to drink some. I'm getting peppermint tea, okay? I'm getting tea, all right? Make sure you're clearing your throat chakra. Awareness. Yeah, I can make this up, bro. Awareness, some type of energy manipulation, some type of work. All right, you're aware of this. You are aware that it's entities tampering with your throat chakra, because the more you speak on the injustices, the more God exposes them. You are standing in your truth, and you're exposing this awareness. Okay, it's a lot of individuals as well that's been made aware that you are under a heavy curse. You are under a heavy hex. And these entities in this karmic bloodline, they were always aware, okay? They were aware of the demon you were up against, because they conjured this demon since your childhood to attach it to you. Motherfuckers been doing work on you since your childhood, bro. And it's people becoming aware of that because you're speaking. You're speaking out on this. God has exposed certain things about these individuals that they try to conceal and hide off. Wow, I can make this up. Try to keep something in the shadow. Okay. It's two specific demons. It's two individuals, okay, that has some type of awareness. It's two individuals, like I said, it was some type of agreement. You've been sacrificed. It was some type of agreement that was never supposed to be exposed. Okay, I'm also with shadow ban. I get it. You could be some type of content creator, bro. Because like I said, with throat chakra that came out, and with cut the cords, it's a lot of individuals currently doing things to block your presence, to block your communication, to block you from reaching other individuals. So if you are some type of influencer, or you are some type of reader, or you're some type of motivational speaker, okay, you do currently have motherfuckers doing things to try to shadow ban your work, to try to block your communication when it comes to you communicating and speaking your truth to humanity. Okay, we gonna get some final messages though, y'all. I'll be dropping more gems today, so stay tuned for that, most definitely. But we gonna get some final messages here. Emotional withdrawal. Okay, emotional withdrawal. It's like when you detach, when you cut the cords for these individuals, people started to really see them for who they are. People are now aware. People now realize why God isolated you. Okay, my bad, y'all. People now realize, they're aware why God isolated you, why you isolated yourself. Okay. Someone is going through withdrawal. Someone that you have detached from, it's like a motherfucker is going through actual withdrawals because they cannot harness your energy anymore. All right. Let's get a few. Okay. Victory and success in the reverse. Okay. These demonic agents, they wasn't successful. All right. They wasn't successful. They was unsuccessful at blocking your legacy, bro. These entities are furious because they wasn't able to stop God's plans for your life. Ooh. Let's get one more. Passion ignited. They wasn't able to stop God's plans for your life. Hold on, y'all. My bad, y'all. You could be an Aries here, okay? But yeah, they wasn't able to block God's plans for your life, period. All right? It's the need for you to know, bro. Your name holds a lot of weight in the spiritual realm. You have exuded so much spiritual strength. You have exuded so much spiritual strength that it literally has you up in rank. It literally puts you on a path of illumination and enlightenment. It puts you in this energy of awareness. Okay? Motherfuckers are aware. Motherfuckers are aware, you know? You finally laid this entity to rest. This entity that was conjured and attached to you, you killed it. You dismantled it. You destroyed it, my baby. And I'm proud of you. Love you guys. If you want to book a session or you simply want to donate to the channel, I'm going to leave that info in the description. Till the next video. Bye.